This is Grumpy Dave's garage. I was taking pictures of the Brit, my British sassy little lass in the garage here, making some decisions on setting and prepping and running the brake lines, everything back up this side of the car. I'll get the heater box out. I got to do a couple things. And this was my side project. This is the Grumpy Dave mobile. And I was working along, I was doing stuff. And my granddaughter came and told me there was a scraping sound up here. I thought, well, it's that damn rock shield on this side. So I told her I just order a new one, because we had to bend it a couple times to get it stopped. And today, I noticed this. And this. The rotor's not running clean, not running true. So while I was under the car, let me get back down under here. Oh man, it's getting cool. You can see I got the cat pipe off without damaging it. Got the cross member dropped. I got the exhaust system tied up. No reason to let it hang and damage itself. And I was cracking some bolts loose. And tomorrow I'm going to start tracing down wires that go to the power steering unit and get it unplugged. Okay. And everything's, coming along. There's like I broke a bolt. There's a nut with a flange up here missing from a previous install. Everybody's saying you got to take out that exhaust manifold. What the hell for? I can touch everything from down here. So I hit these bolts. They're all broke loose. They're ready to just ratchet out of there. I'll do the same thing tomorrow to the tranny bolts on the bottom. And I will get the starter. Where's it at? Right here. Out of the way. I'll tie it up somehow. Just with a zip tie and some cord or something. Just pull it up out of the way. I'll remove the torque converter bolts. I'm just prepping everything. And while I'm doing this work, I notice this. There's a groove cut in here. See it? Which goes along with it rubbing against the rim right there. It just happened. She didn't drive very far every day, so probably about less than a mile or two. So when she told me it had a noise, I assumed it was this damn shield again. Because it's kind of bent out of shape and everything. We tried to get it back straight. So I'm just going to buy another shield and put it on because I've got to put new calipers on. Just do it all at the same time, right? Bolt's missing. See it? Now there's a fail. I've got. Now this is somebody's error. I'm going to clean this rotor. It feels good. But I guarantee you the pads are probably pooched. We'll find out when we pull them off tomorrow. Because when I get the electrics and all the torque converter bolts and all the hard stuff ready out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to pull the wheels. Bring the brake calipers up, hang them up out of the way. I'll make some metal hangers out of welding rod. Get ready to pull the half shafts. Get everything kind of prepped and ready to go for Saturday. That's what I'm doing. So when my son gets over here and my grandson pitches in, we're ready to go. Only thing we got to do is double check that everything's unplugged off of the rack and the struts are off and all the bolts are out and everything, then we can literally drop the rack with this, get it out of the way, because the engine will have a support bar on it. And then I'll put a support underneath the oil pan like we were talking, just right here, a board across, not directly on one spot but across for extra, just because I can. Okay, here's the bolt, the nut that's missing. I'll make a list of everything. I need to get both gaskets. I need a flange nut for here. I'm going to need a nut, a flange nut, a nut for the exhaust pipe, 2 gaskets, one for the cat manifold, one for the inline exhaust. I already cleaned up the pipe back there. I got to get in here and clean this up. But that's a major fail item. That's damn dangerous. This nut, which is pried over a little bit right now because I pried on it, was rubbing the rim right here. It barely took over 1/16 of metal off of it, so it's not going to affect the rim. But that rim is going on the back before I start driving this car regularly, because I prefer to have a blowout back there than up on the steering. I don't think it's going to be the issue. I got brand new calipers. Like I'm saying, feeling these rotors, I think I can clean them and save them. I really do. I'll get some sandpaper and spin that and just clean the haze off of there, because it's been grabbing it. Unlike this one, oh, it's clear up here. It's got a nice smooth to it. This one, well, I guess it's pretty smooth. It's just a little yuck because it hasn't been applying properly. It'll clean its surface. You start driving it. So I have to get this bolt, a hardened bolt. I'll have to get this flange nut that's missing, a new flange nut and a bolt, because I cut the stud out of that. See, it's got studs and nuts. That one over there would not come out, so I didn't piss with it. I cut it out, and then since it was pressed in, I laid it on the vise and hammered it out. And I'll just put a nut and a bolt in there, harden, grade 8, and torque it down, be done with it. Ain't messing with it. Everything is good to go. So I got some wiring up here to unplug. Where's the other wire? I got to deal with this, and this loops around to do something back there. If I can trace it down, there's supposed to be a fitting up there I got to take off. It's a ground for all this. Okay? Did I tell you anything? I don't have to freaking think about it. It might be an electric power steering unit. Hell if I know. Never worked on one of these. And then I want to get prepped to get the nuts broke on the wheels out here for the half shafts. Get the bolts loose in the struts. Now basically when they take the struts out, they take the exhaust manifold out, they take this out, they take that out. They got all this stuff laying on the ground to make it look impressive. And I can't see a reason for doing it. I'm not going to do it unless it gets in my way. I'm going to make sure everything's unhooked. I'm going to come in tomorrow and break all these bolts with a pipe and a thing to make sure they're ready to come off. Or spray them with some looby dooby if they don't respond. Okay? I got to make sure there's no wire connection between the body and this rack. They told me that was very important. This bolt's been loosened. These 3 have been cracked loose already. The one up here has been taken loose. I mean, everything's coming out. I got to break these loose because this bearing push thing here comes out with this. In fact, really, I just think I could pop this loose and just bring it over and let it hang out. Once it's out of the wheel here, we can move it. Because all it's got to do is pull out far enough to clear the transmission. I don't need to do all this removal shit. And then when the time comes, we'll drop the transmission, raise the transmission. I'll make sure the torque converter is in a good position before we lock it up in there. Reach in there, spin it up, put one bolt in it, just to make sure we're in alignment. Finger tight, not get nasty with it. Stick a bolt or two in the bell on each side, one or two. One there, one there. And put the tray back in it and start locking stuff down. Because once all the wiring and all the stuff is done, come think about it, that is an electric rack. Interesting. Interesting. That might work for another project I'm working on. Anyway. Get all these bolts loose so we can just speed this thing out. We'll double check all the wiring connections. And let's see, there's transmission lines. To the cooler for the transmission, and a few things to be dealt with. So basically, it's going to be a big deal. But this is the major issue. I'm going to put the new calipers on there. I'm going to inspect these brake pads and those rotors. What pisses me off, these rotors, I just paid to put them on there. Just got a haze on them. I think I'd take some sandpaper and just clean it off and let normal driving clean them the rest of the way. Worst case scenario, I'll have to stop long enough to get a new set of ceramic pads. This is a 2011. It's pretty well rust free for that year car, and everything's on bolting nice. But this is a major fail item when it comes to braking. That is extremely dangerous. Over the years, I've gone to junkyards with friends to get parts for their cars. You would not believe how many cars are in the junkyard for stupid stuff like that. There was one that the woman sold because she took it to the shop and they couldn't fix it. It was clunking. The reason why, the drive shaft was bent. So she sold the car to the junkyard for $250 back then for a drive shaft. Because someone did not know what they were doing. They were too busy collecting money to get stuff done. So I'm going to have to buy some nuts and bolts with the battery underneath the computer here, which is a pain in the butt. I didn't even look at that. It probably wouldn't hurt me a bit to put a brand new battery in here just to deal with it. Okay. And I'll get a new battery at Tractor Supply. And I got a dead one out there. It just came out of the Bobcat, my skid steer. And I'll trade that one in for the core. Because this battery should clean up and take a charge, but since I'm opening it up anyway, and it's so hard to change the battery in this damn thing, it's going to be opening out anyway. We got to take it out. This has to come out. This has to come out. This lays over, let's see, this computer thing. Now the cover sticks. Anyway, this will lay over here out of the way. We have to get right down in there and do all the linkage and the transmission cooling lines and all that good stuff.